Today I'm flying the Russian flag carrier Aeroflot in their brand new business class suites. When I say Aeroflot, what jumps to your mind? I know many of my friends said old Soviet era planes and a sketchy safety record. Scrap what you've heard. Today I'm going to show you Russian luxury travel in the 21st century. Oh, and thanks to Amaze for sponsoring today's video. Today you could win a $20,000 first class flight. I'm starting my journey in Dubai, partly because I've just arrived here after flying Qatar's new suites via Doha, and partly because Aeroflot currently only have 6 of the A350s we're flying today delivered and operational. Dubai is their route of choice. Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. You join me today at Dubai International Airport, where I'm going to be trying out a completely new airline. So without any more to say, and because it is absolutely boiling, it's about 48 degrees here, let's go ahead into the air-conditioned terminal and check it. Goodness me, it is much better being in the cold confines of Terminal 1. I'm actually quite interested at how busy this flight today is going to be. I did check the seat map just before I got to the airport, and it appears that it's about half full in business class over to Moscow. Right, here we go. Here is the check-in for Aeroflot. Business class, sky priority, let's go.
A few moments later.
I'm now checked in for my flight. It was a little bit of a confusing matter because I'm going to be transiting in Moscow. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute, but basically it's about 19 hours that I'm going to be in the transit area because my final destination is not Moscow. Anyway, before I get into trouble for filming, which no doubt will happen any second now, let's go through security and go and check out the lounge. Oh, and to the clothing shamers, I dug out my most ripped jeans for this luxury flying occasion. Right then, all through security, that was super quick. There wasn't any kind of priority, but it didn't matter because there was literally about 4 people going through. We're in Terminal 1 today, which has actually been closed for much of the pandemic. As with Madrid Airport, you don't want to get caught out by the train after security. Thankfully, Dubai's ones are far more efficient, but still adds 10 or so minutes onto the journey to your gate. Legend has it the more you press the button, the faster the lift goes. Right, let's go and check out the lounge. So Aeroflot actually provide a lounge invitation for, let's see, it is the Mahabhara Lounge. Just gonna see what it's like. There are still a fair few lounges closed, so as a result, most airlines filter their premium passengers here. Crikey, it's packed. I don't think I'm going to be spending that long in here. After fighting tooth and nail for a Pepsi, the usual SkyTeam lounge can't open soon enough. It is the busiest lounge I think I've been in since the beginning of the pandemic, which is quite a statement. Anyway, let's go and get on this flight. Just made it over to the gate. Let's go on board this awesome A350, and it's got quite a unique business class. I think you guys are going to like it. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Please.
Now I have no idea what they're going to be like about filming on here, so I'm going to be mega subtle. I'm so excited about flying this A350. It's my all-time favourite aircraft. Oh, sorry. Of course. This was new. They make you sanitize before stepping on board. No qualms here, just, different? Thank you so much. As I walk over to my suite, I have a question for you. What would you do with a $20,000 first class ticket? Well, thanks to today's video sponsor, Amaze, you could win just that. I guess the greater question is what first class experience would you fly? Having reviewed quite the variety, perhaps Lufthansa first class would take your fancy. Just picture yourself being chauffeur driven to the airport, whisked through priority security and into the sanctuary of the first class lounge. After some fine dining, you'll be escorted to your plane. Today, a 747 in your own private seat, bound for Japan. Okay, Will, how exactly does this work? It's as simple as heading over to amaze.com/trektrendy for your chance to win. What's more, every donation supports a great cause. Remember, you can choose where you want to go and what airline you want to fly, anywhere in the world. Enter on amaze.com/trektrendy with your chance to win. Good luck guys, and thanks Amaze for making this video possible. Let's get settled into my suite 4K. Note, as with other A350s, there's no central stowage bins, which can potentially be an issue on busier flights. I don't know about you, but I'm getting Q Suite vibes here, but with a twist, perhaps that interesting colour palette. After having just a few sips of my welcome drink, it's time to push back. After putting my seatbelt on, there's a manual safety demo. I guess the aircraft is too new for a video, but even so, it's been flying for over a year now. After a shortish taxi, we head over to the runway and off into the late afternoon sky. I'm also pleasantly surprised to see Aeroflot has installed a tail camera on their A350. Right guys, so it is a welcome on board and a privyet. Hello in Russian. Sorry, my Russian is not very good. Just reaching full altitude, currently at around 10,500 meters. Well on our way over to Moscow. It's actually my first time to Moscow, although I have been to Russia before. I went to Kaliningrad. Did do a vlog back in the day actually in Kaliningrad. But anyway, first impressions of this suite are, it's phenomenal. I mean, I know I can't be drawing too many conclusions just yet because I've only just got on board, but it is honestly really impressive. Let's get on with the service. I'll give you some more feedback whilst I've been able to experience a bit more of it, but I can honestly say, and I mean this, Aeroflot have smashed it out the park. Right, it's food time. I can't say it's the most extensive menu, but it's certainly very Russian, which I love. I find it so important an airline remains authentic to its origin. I'm happy to see that Aeroflot haven't got rid of the metal cutlery, like some airlines. Air Canada? Let's tuck in then. First up is a beef and potato salad, which was fresh and tasty. Good start. Next up is an appetizer. Yeah, I know I've done it in the wrong order, whoops. This, however, I wasn't really a fan of. Smoked salmon with a horseradish cream sauce. These were accompanied with fresh bread and elegantly presented butter. For my main, I opted for the pumpkin ravioli, which was delicious, albeit the temperature of the sun, presumably nuked in the microwave. Well guys, it is that time of the flight, of course, because we're flying a Russian airline, and because we're flying the flag carrier of Russia, being Aeroflot, I think we need some vodka. So this is dedicated to all of you guys following along on my journeys and supporting me, commenting, liking and subscribing. So thank you so much. Cheers, or as they say in Russia, Nostrovia. Here it goes. Do you know what? That's really nice. I think what it is it's served really cold, and it's a really good quality vodka as well. Might go for another one of them. With dinner service out of the way, I think it's time for a nap, or at least a chance to try out the bed. This may or may not have something to do with the vodkas consumed. Now, seeing as this is a day flight, only a pillow and blanket are provided. I presume on longer night flights, something more substantial is given. Let's settle in. Firstly, of course, taking my shoes off and stowing them in the useful shoe closet. I'm getting BA Clubwell vibes here. Right, now for rest, and my word, I'm again impressed. The bed is wide with plenty of room to spread out. Right guys, so obviously you've seen I've made up the bed, and well, it's great. The one thing I'm really quite pleasantly surprised by, there is a substantial amount of leg room, considering that usually these sort of products have like pretty tight cubby holes. Not looking at any particular Singapore Airlines, and what I find is it is very similar to the Q suites. I mean, just look at my perspective now. I'm sat in my suite, door closed. It really is something quite special. Let's take a quick look around the rest of the cabin. Right, so there are two different types of middle suites on board. There's these, which are better if you're sitting with someone that you don't know, but you've been lumbered with the middle seat. As you can see, they are much closer to the aisle, but of course it still has this door. Obviously, you can just sit here and speak to someone, but it is pretty far away. But aside from that, there's not a huge amount of difference. The cubby space is still identical. Right, so this is my preference. If I was traveling with a loved one or a friend, this is what I'd go for. Because of this privacy barrier here, you can't quite see into the suite next to you. But of course, if you're sat next to someone, it allows you to have a conversation comfortably. Oh, I've done it again. This is what I keep saying, right? I keep having problems with. Your elbow, when you're sat in one of these suites, naturally rests on the table just here. The problem is that my elbow touches this, which in turn puts the seat down. I just think that is a flawed part of this design. If there was anything that I could say that's wrong with it, that's it. I think it's time for the loo review. Unlike Qatar, I can't say Aeroflot have been very creative in their offering and have gone for the bog standard loot. Oh goodness, I'll see myself out. No branded amenities were offered, which I found disappointing, so certainly this is an area for improvement for them to focus on should they wish to compete with higher end premium products. Overall a 6 out of 10 in the Lou review rating. Back to my seat and we're beginning our approach into Moscow. Time for my window shades to go up, get my shoes back on, FYI I wore these to the bathroom earlier, and I put my seatbelt on ready for landing. Looks like quite a beautiful evening here in Russia, shame I'm not going to be allowed out at the airport in my 19-hour layover. Thank you. So guys, welcome to Moscow, Russia. How did you find that? I have to say, I was incredibly impressed. I thought that, to be honest with you, I wasn't quite expecting it to be as good as it was. And for an airline that people don't really know too much about, I have to say, phenomenal. With that said, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below and make sure you smash that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys all again next week. Thanks once again to Amaze for sponsoring this video. Make sure you head over to amaze.com/trektrendy with your chance to win.